Hello everyone, this is Alex, and he has agreed to answer questions about his relationship between depression and fat. So Alex, do you consider yourself fat?
I do.
And are you comfortable using that term to describe yourself, or is there another term you prefer?
That's fine.
Is your weight often pointed out by family and friends?
Not often, just sometimes by my mother when she tries to point out that I need to work on it, and my friends and we joke about it every once in a while.
And do you like the jokes? Do you participate in them, or do they make you uncomfortable?
I participate in the jokes.
Is your weight often pointed out by doctors or strangers?
Not by strangers, by my doctor most recently. She pointed out that I obviously needed to work on it. I've gained weight since our last visit.
How does it make you feel when people point it out?
Just frustrated myself because of my lack of trying to do something about it.
So, do you have depression?
I do.
You've been clinically diagnosed with it?
I have.
Okay. How does your personal view of your weight affect your depression?
I think that it definitely affects it in terms of increasing it at times. Just the moments where I feel a sense of hopelessness, I guess, because I try to make efforts at times to lose weight, and then other times it's very difficult. A couple years ago I lost about 70 pounds, and then within 2 years I gained about 40 of it back, so that's just a roller coaster, and it's depressing for sure.
How do other people's words regarding your weight affect your depression?
I haven't really had any instances where people have said anything disparaging towards me because of my weight, so really doesn't have any effect on me.
Do you personally believe that fat automatically equals unhealthiness?
Not necessarily. If you maintain a somewhat active lifestyle and you're still overweight or fat, I could see where it would be somewhat healthy anyway, so I don't think it's necessarily mutually exclusive.
Do you find it frustrating that your appearance is all people consider at first glance?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely, because I'm sure that's what people first see. That's what I see, I know, for one thing. I think most people view appearances immediately before they consider anything else. So.
Do you ever feel judged in public when doing activities such as eating?
Sure, yeah. I don't really let it bother me anymore because I guess I've just gotten to the point where I don't care, and when I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. But yeah, especially when I was younger, I used to be hesitant before I took my first bite of food. I always figured that someone was going to be, saying like, oh, it's gross, but it is what it is.
Have you ever felt suicidal because of your weight?
Sure, yeah. I think, I don't know, sometimes when I just think about how far I went, when I lost so much weight, and now how much I've gained back, and it just seems really, really hopeless, and the fact that I allowed it to get so bad, I'm ashamed of myself sometimes. So I think maybe I don't deserve to be alive,
Do you think you feel ashamed of yourself because of what other people think you should look like? Like, do you think if other people didn't say that fat was bad, do you think you would like yourself more?
I don't know. I think that may play a part in it, but I'm not going to say that if, lo and behold, tomorrow morning I wake up and everyone's just so much more accepting, that I'm still not going to feel super depressed about being fat. I think it's more so of just a frustration with myself that I've allowed myself to get to such a horrible state. So no, I don't think that would really change my perspective of it.
Do you think fat stigma has a big impact on the mental health of people?
Do you mean the mental health of people who are fat?
Yes.
Sure, yeah. Whenever I'm out in public, I always wonder what people are thinking of me. If they just automatically assume that I'm gross or just completely unhealthy or lazy. And that sort of bums me out, But I try to maintain a level of confidence to not necessarily show that, I suppose.
Do you think there could be a correlation between weight stigma and suicide rates?
Definitely. I think that when it gets to be too much, someone who is fat probably just comes to the conclusion that they've done all that they can, and there just isn't anything else that can be done other than just escaping it all. So I can understand why that would happen.
Can you think of any ways we can decrease stigma to better the mental health of the population, of the fat population?
Maybe try and consider that just because someone is fat or overweight or what have you, that they are still people, and they have a lot more to them than just their outward appearance, and to try and base your characterization of them off of that as opposed to just how they appear to you at first glance.
Thank you for your time.